What is up, guys? My name is Risers18 on the Risers18 Forever channel, and right now I am doing is my WWE Raw review for last night's Monday Night Raw, or Raw Super Show, whatever you want to call it. So let's just get this show on the road. It was in Atlanta, Georgia, the home of WrestleMania 27, not necessarily because it was at Phillips Arena instead of the Georgia Dome, but still it was in Atlanta, Georgia. So uh, being just 6 days away from WrestleMania 28, tensions were riding high on Raw Super Show as the competitors prepared to battle at the show of shows. What did John Cena and The Rock say to each other in their final face-to-face encounter before their once-in-a-lifetime match? Did Chris Jericho have any personal attacks planned for CM Punk? Find out in this Raw review. So let's start off with Daniel Bryan and Kane versus Randy Orton and Sheamus. A pretty good match going in for both matches. Of course, Kane versus Randy Orton, and then Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus for the World Heavyweight Championship. Um, Kane would chokeslam Sheamus as Daniel Bryan's girlfriend AJ was distracting the ref, and Daniel Bryan would go for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Pretty simple. Sheamus and Randy Orton are your losers, and of course Kane and Daniel Bryan are your winners. Next we would have is the United States Champion Santino Marella versus David Otunga, and pretty much it was a pretty quick match. Nothing really much to say, but but before the match, Michael Cole and Booker T made their choices for between Team Johnny and Team Teddy. Of course, Cole going with Raw interim GM John Laurinaitis, and then Booker T siding with GM Teddy Long. During the match, David Otunga took very much control of this match. One thing I can't really understand is that is David Otunga like trying to be like a Chris Master slash like Wade Barrett like wannabe or something, because like he's flexing and he also has like the overcoat jacket on his shoulders. So is he trying to pull off their gimmicks? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys have recognized that in these past couple of weeks since he's been wrestling again and not sipping out of a cup, even though he has been doing that on Friday Night SmackDown. Before the contest would end, the Johnny Flag would hit. The Teddy Flag would hit David Otunga in the face due to Hornswoggle waving the flag, and Santino would strike with the Cobra. 1, 2, 3. And once again, John Laurinaitis would be embarrassed by getting pushed by Teddy Long, and but it'd be cut short when Santino was trying to do the Cobra to John Laurinaitis, when The Miz came out of nowhere, and then bam, skull crushing finale on The Miz. Skull crushing finale on Santino. Excuse me. Wow. And then John Laurinaitis would announce his final member of his team would be The Miz. So congratulations to The Miz. I know if you guys haven't seen my video on The Miz, you guys can check that out. I'll probably leave the link in the description box. If not, you guys can just go to my channel. So next we would have is Kelly versus Eve. Pretty simple match. Kelly wins by a roll up. Eve is doing pretty good with this heel character, even though she's still using her same music and her same attire and all that stuff. So I don't know how this is gonna work out. Then after the match, she and Zack Ryder would cut a segment together, or a little vignette, whatever you want to call it. And Zack Ryder said, Eve, I've been calling you, and I'm sorry for what I said last Friday on SmackDown. She's like, oh, it's okay. She's like, oh, what are you doing for WrestleMania? What hotel are you staying at? And he said, well, me and Team Teddy are gonna stay together. So she's like, oh, okay. I was just wondering if you want to come to my hotel. And he's like, woo, 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 you know it. And then, of course, he's still being sucked up like a vacuum to Eve. Then we would have the best in the world, CM Punk versus Christian. Before the match would start, Chris Jericho came out via satellite, of course referring again to CM Punk's father and his sister. Of course, his father being an alcoholic, and then his sister being a substance abuser. And then referring to his mother as being clean, so at least he has one person in the family that is not a drinker nor a drug addict. It really hit underneath CM Punk's skin when Jericho said that he recently found information that CM Punk's parents got married after CM Punk was born, and which makes him a bastard. And then he would ask some choice words, and then he would go on a pretty dangerous attack on Christian, smashing his face multiple times on the announce table, um, putting him on the shoulders and smashing his face into the steel steps, then doing the Anaconda voice and I think re-injuring Christian's neck. So Christian is no longer a part of Team Johnny, surprisingly. So too bad for Christian. So now let's see what Team Johnny can come up with a new member. Now we move on to the squash match, which is Brodus Clay versus Kurt Hawkins. Kurt Hawkins just gets dominated pretty much by Brodus Clay with What the Funk, and then the dangerous belly slam or belly flop by Brodus Clay. Next we would have is the Big Show, another squash match. Pretty much this whole Raw was a squash match. Squash matches back and forth. But the Big Show would defeat WWE Tag Team Champion and one half of the Tag Team Champions, Primo, with the chokeslam. And then Cody Rhodes tried again to mock the Big Show, who tried to go after the Intercontinental Champion as soon as he appeared at the entrance, but Cody claimed that Big Show will be the biggest fool on April Fool's Day, and that he'll be Big Showed, and pretty much that's it. And then we would have another vignette showing the mysterious Lord Tensai. Lord Tensai, I'm not going to ruin anything, but all I can say is he's a former wrestler. He's one of the Undertaker's former WrestleMania opponents. So you guys can do the research if you want. I'm not going to give rumors out or say who it is. You guys can find out that for yourself. So Lord Tensai, can't wait to see what he can come up with in WWE. Then we move on to Mark Henry versus Khali. I thought Khali really was going to win this one. But apparently Mark Henry pulls off with another upset. World's Strongest slamming Khali, surprisingly. And then Henry didn't stop there. The Mighty Superstars are prepared to pancake Teddy Long before the other members of Team Teddy interfered. And then and Team Johnny wasn't far behind. The two squads engaged in an all-out brawl right after Henry was about to drop Long with the World's Strongest Slam. Booker T made a surprise save, and Long had thanked Booker T and offering him a spot on Team Teddy for WrestleMania. Booker T accepted with a smile and did a spooneroonie and said, "Can you dig that, sucker?" And now we go to the confrontation between The Rock, the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, the jabroni-beating, pie-eating, trailblazing, eyebrow-raising. Rock came back to scratch Major Rich. I'm going to make Cena his cum-pal, bitch. And then we have the Fruity Pebble himself, John Cena. Of course, keeping with the theme of his history lessons, The Rock took the Atlanta crowd down memory lane, reminding him of the electrifying appearance at WrestleMania 27 in the Georgia Dome a year ago. The Great One said that there was only one man that the millions and millions wanted to see him face at WrestleMania, and that was John Cena. It wouldn't take long for his WrestleMania opponent to interrupt, and Cena came out to the ring to stop The Rock before he got any further with his verbal assault. Cena noted that The Rock is just great at talking trash, but he definitely isn't the first to do so, and that every time someone tries to rip the leader of the C Nation, he rises above and wins. Cena also pointed out that he's been an active member of WWE longer than The Rock, which is true. I can't take that from Cena. He is true. He's been in business 10 years. The Rock only 8. And unlike the Great One, he's stuck with WWE in good times and bad. And then the champ said that the WWE Universe knows that he has to win because this is more than just a match. It's his entire life. The Rock answered by saying why he needs to win, and that he's driven by the potential of cementing his legacy as the greatest WWE superstar of all time. If he can defeat Cena at WrestleMania, adding to his past victories over Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold Steve Austin, which no one has ever done, the People Champion can say that the People Champion said that he doesn't like Cena and promised an ass kicking of a lifetime come WrestleMania time in 5 days now. Cena closed with the final heated words before dropping the mic as the two rivals engaged in intense stare downs, judges apart, saying that the headline will read John Cena defeats Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Then come April 1st, there will be nothing to stop The Rock and John Cena from getting at each other's throats. So this has been my Raw review. Let me know what you guys think about Monday Night Raw. What do you guys think about the best in the world going at it this Sunday at WrestleMania? I'll be there. I'll let you know where I'm gonna be pretty soon. And you guys, let me know what you guys think about The Rock and John Cena. Who are you rooting for in this match? Who are you rooting for in the Best in the World match and the end of an era match? Who wins? Does the Undertaker keep his streak? Does he lose it? You guys let me know down below. I'm out, guys. Peace.